ထောင်ပါဖြစ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒီလို့ရှိရင်ဒီမှာမြန်မာအစားအသောက်တွေလည်းအများကြီးရောင်းတယ်ပွဲရကြတော့2 နာရီကနေ4 နာရီထိစောင့်မှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်လက်ကြည့်ပေးကြအောင်နော်可以，咱们可以。下停多少钱？没高，没高，没高。那不是不老的，不老的。
ကျွန်တော်တို့ညီကောင်မောင်နှမများတွဲဆုံရင်ခန်းနာအစီအစဉ်ကိုကျွန်တော်စတင်မှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီခန်းတော့မှာကျွန်တော်ခန်းနာမှုဖြစ်တဲ့အောင်နဲ့မတ်မွန်စင်နဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဦးရဲဆောင်
recovery negotiations in Myanmar and Operation Carrying Response to Cyclone Nagis. Prior to the mobilization, Dr. Byrd was the controller of the law and economic consulting group and financial management position with multinational corporations such as Gillette, General Telephones and Electrics (GTE), and Ernst & Young's, and also with the Silicon Valley startup firm Wisdom.com. Dr. Byrd,
well, when you live long enough, you have done a lot of stuff. So, I'm just overwhelmed by the attendance here, and thank you so much for your warm welcome here. And I heard that it was a little bit cold before, and now today is warm. And hopefully it was my Hawaiian son that I brought with me that is warm up as Sydney today. So I have been told I can speak in English, right? Because a lot of my interviews are in Burmese, and I always want to tell more, but I have a very limited. Never once about my mom until our hero Janelle brought it up. So what we have here is a strategic blind spot for the U.S. and the West and the rest for the audience here today. So next, please. So geographically, this is where Miemie sits. we have a blind spot here. And Dr. David Steinberg, right? He is an old, he's now in his 90s. Always said that U.S. He was talking specifically about U.S. strategy. U.S. strategy toward China, the Achilles heel is Burma. So that is the strategic context, right? And we will go into Myanmar. Next, yeah. So next slide, please. Oh, another thing, yeah, Myanmar has Coco Islands, even closer to the Malacca Strait, right? And here it is, 2020 runway stuff, right? Next. So everybody keep on thinking, well, Myanmar is it's just an internal issue. But it's creating all kinds of, next slide please, creating all kinds of regional, transnational problems in the region, right? Increased arms trafficking, human trafficking, drug trafficking, right? Drug, right? Myanmar, right? They did the raid on, in Thai police conducted. So that's our data. And like I said, the people side control more than half the country. And they have done a really good job, and in my interview I have said that. They have done a really good job with the tactical level cooperation between different units. But we need to get, they're starting to show.
Q&A မသွားခင်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့အမှားလုပ်နေတဲ့ program လေး၃ခုရှိတယ်ပေါ့နော်တစ်ခုကတော့ဆက်သွားပါမယ်ခင်ဗျာဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျေးဇူးပါ
Well, thank you so much for now, and thank you so much for explaining about the DIP, which is very, very important movement for the achieving accelerating to the victory. So as Gonayan has already explained, there are 3 programs that Dr. Byrd is quite passionate about. The first one is initiated for you so much, and I'd like to, I'd like to say thank you and acknowledge and, I really appreciate your presence here today. Thank you. So we will start with the Q&A. So
please utilize them and ask them to, help, right? So the old people like us, I can't even get my Instagram work. I don't even know how it works, I can't get to anything. So, they are also our resources, and we need to put them, again, in young people in every level, in the planning level, right? Strategy level, execution level, all of that. Please utilize the young people. They have something to teach us really in this new environment. We have to stop thinking the socialist model. We have to stop thinking Negro model. We need to be more, more flexible in thinking. Yeah, thank you.
Q&A ကိုကျွန်တော်တို့အချိန်နဲ့ပို့ပေးပါမယ်เนาะအားလုံးကျွန်တော်တို့ fair ဖြစ်အောင် okay ကျွန်တော်တို့ဥစားအနှင်းချုပ်ပြီးတော့ပေးပါမယ်
That is in the US Treasury that is currently being seized by the Treasury. So it's kept away from the regime. So that's the real upside. The downside is under international law, they can't really pass it on to anyone else. So it's sort of stuck, but it means that it can't be used by the SAC. One of the things that people are thinking about, though, are there any other creative ways in which that could be used? So, for instance, if it's recognised that the NUG or whoever has a legal claim, is the rightful claimant over those funds, you might be able to use that as collateral to then create other financial resources that can support the NUG. So that's where the thinking is at the moment. But there's about $7 billion of reserves, and this is why some of these recent announcements from Singapore and so on are really important, because now it's not only the $1 billion, about $1.3 billion in Treasury that it's at play, there's substantially other funds at play as well. So the regime are really desperate at the moment. Everything is beginning to move against them on this financial side. So it's been really good news just over the last few weeks on that.
Thank you, Dr. John.
Yeah, so I would say, actually, please pay attention to DIP, right? Everybody is so focused on weapon. You're missing out on the 75% of the operational environment. You know, the dip. That is what is shown as a success, right? And
Your time is up to me. So my question is a bit of a two-part question. The first one is strategic communication. So how are we implementing that strategic communication? And what is the role of Australia to play in that part? And the second one is the topic. So for example, in the case of Ukraine, we hear on social media about the topic, and they are very close communication with the UK in particular, along with the US and other parts as well. So what will be the topic for Myanmar to discuss? Like for example, like you have mentioned the interest of China trying to get to the Indian Ocean. So that will be one of the topics. So what are there any other topics that we can communicate to the international community?
right. Like Janelle said, right? Democracy, right? Democracy, if we want regional stability, we got to connect regional stability to democracy in Myanmar, right? Because when Myanmar was a democratic country, even though it was a little bit, but it was more stable than under the military. Under many years of military, right, as they always conduct all these operations and all these people flow, creating all kinds of instability. So being able to connect Myanmar democracy and the regional stability is, I would say, is the key. Ukraine has done a really good job from the very beginning. They had before they go to war, they had a strategic communication plan. They wanted to brand the Ukraine, struggle. They want to brand the Zelensky. Actually, we look at Zelensky plan as the textbook case of how to utilize strategic communication to in conflict and war. Yeah.
Thank you.
So until you have utilized everything you have, you don't have the right to ask for the international community to come. Use what you have. And I tell you, if you use everything we have and cooperate, we can get to the back. We don't need international people to come in. As long as they continue to do sanctions, shut down any type of supply line for Myanmar, right? So utilize what we have, and we have a lot of stuff. The diaspora, amazing. You guys are awesome, right? You inspire me. You inspire, like I said, the 81-year-old uncle 82, auntie 82, she's there. It's a generational fight. From the old to the young is there. But you have to utilize that. You can't you can't just have men making plans and decisions. Right? Then you don't have the understanding of entire operating environment. For example, there's a example in Iraq, right? There's a military. We go into the villages and patrol, and this one village, we decided to not like the Marines, decided to build a little well. Because the women has to go far away to get the water, so we want them to be comfortable. But somebody keep on blowing up this well, and we don't know why and why. So we keep on rebuilding it, and they keep on. Then one day the Marines had a woman journalist came along with them, and then she saw all these women went away because in their culture women stay separately from men, and so the journalist went along.
From the military from America